Welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the big bro, Andre Jalil, the cuzzo, Rick Derula, and today we have a special guest, Danny B of the Knicks Corner. How you doing?
Danny B, clap it up for Danny B, man.
Nah, man, nah. I appreciate that.
You gotta clap it up for Danny B.
So yeah, man, how y'all doing, man? It's been a pretty dry in terms of the news, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, dog days of the off season right now, man.
Dog days of the off season.
Can I tell you my favorite thing right now in the off season?
What's that?
I can't wait to see how it turns out. Is this whole Ben Simmons thing?
Yes,
Ooh,
that's the only thing that they're talking about.
It's
right
so
now.
spicy.
I love it because he like, I am not showing up for camp. I don't care how much y'all find me.
Crazy.
I want to see this.
These people, they know when to drop the headlines. You know what I'm saying? Because like somebody was holding that in the clip for last week and was like, "All right, today's the day." You know?
We're gonna let that out today. Yeah,
they were like that Gabby Petito case that they done. They good. All right, we're dropping that now.
When does camp start? When does a camp officially start?
What day is that? It's
I think it's next week.
It's next week. It's yeah.
Probably
camp.
has to be.
Training camp is next week because it's end of September.
All the videos gonna come out. This one, what they running scrimmages, You're gonna see all of that. You're gonna see Mitch. He's gonna be knocking down corner threes now.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna start. We're not gonna start with that.
Hey, you know how they do it. You never see it during the season, but you're gonna hear in the corner like this all day.
September 28th. So
September 28th
today. Yeah.
Okay.
September 28th.
Yeah.
A week from today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we're getting there.
Yeah, I can't. Man. I was.
This is the first preseason game, I think. 5th or 6th.
Yeah, the 5th. Yeah, 5th. Yeah. 5th. I was telling my coworkers today. I said I'm going to the opening, man. I can't wait. Like every day I wake up, I'm like, yo, one day closer. I cannot wait.
Dude, wait, what day is that we going?
It's a Wednesday.
October 20th.
October 20th. Celtics home opener. I'll be in the building too.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Hell
yes, sir.
Nice.
Can't miss the home opener, man.
I'm gonna bring my brass knuckles and all that. Anybody I see wearing green, talk about Celtics, they catch them like this.
You must got that side entrance door that Spike's been using, then, huh?
Word, because you know when you get mad in there.
Man.
Imagine you getting the brass knuckles. The plastic joint.
Have it behind your ear and the cap like this.
Yeah. Well, you know, you just put everything in your hat. You know what I'm saying? Put your phone on top, slide it around.
Like, sir, come here, come on.
No, you gotta do it. They always like, yep.
Like
what happened?
So we spoke about Mitch a little bit in that jump shot in the corner that we been waiting to see for about 3 years now, but I'm cool with not seeing it. I just want to see him do the things that he'll be effective at. But while we're on that topic, what do y'all feel about the expectations for Mitch this year? It's, the video came out. They said he was he weighs 280 now. I think he was
60 pounds last 2 years he gained.
Yeah, that's
it looks good.
It looks good. And didn't they take the video down like real quick?
Yeah. Yep.
They took it down.
Yeah,
I don't know where that video is.
And that's what I was going to ask, like where y'all saw that.
Down. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they got rid of the post.
So you talking about the post where he was talking like with his trainer and they asked him how much weight he put on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why they took it down? You think?
I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I guess because they didn't want to put like an exact amount out there. That's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? You know how people like always say like he's listed at X amount.
They don't want it. Yo, so, let me tell you something.
Yeah, who knows?
Let me tell you something. The reason why I'm excited, because first of all, y'all know when we first got Mitch, I knew the kid was special. I was big on Mitchell. As a developer, his maturity lacks a little bit or whatever the case, which I think affects his motor a little bit. And he was a little bit too happy, too jumpy, right?
Right, yeah.
But one of the things I saw, like if he was healthy in this matchup against the Hawks, and he's going against Clint Capella, 60 pounds heavier than he was in his rookie season. That's a different type of matchup. Now he's about Clint Capella. He ain't getting bullied because that's the other thing. You see him getting pushed around. You see Noel getting pushed around. They talking about they don't know who's starting. I can't wait to see how this goes.
Come on, man.
We've been through this, man. Yeah, this shouldn't even be a thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
it just
exactly.
One of the other things they were talking about how
until Mitch is good, you know what I'm saying, and then Mitch goes right back to Mitch starting.
Mitch is legit.
Yeah, I mean,
my only concern with him with the extra 60 pounds is his knees now, because it's not too heavy.
Same on his foot too, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right, but I don't know how you train. How you get somebody's body to be Oh, see, look at that, B.
He filled out, man.
That right there, that's a healthy
lot
dude.
of weight, bro. But it looks good. It looks good though. It looks good because you can tell by the shape of it that he's actually. It's not like he was just eating.
Yes.
He was actually working out. You know, that's actually muscle right there.
Boy, if that boy, as much as he play around, if he's serious with that weight, he's gonna be a problem.
He's gonna be an animal.
That's the way he should look. He should look like that.
Listen, if he was like that to begin with, maybe he wouldn't have broke that piece of his foot. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
But hopefully he could build it up stronger now because of it. You know. But
I just want to be. Go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I was just gonna say, if you go back to the Hawks series, right, and we had Mitch, even if he wasn't 60 pounds heavy,
right, exactly, it's still a different outcome.
It's so much bigger, dude. Capella he did whatever he wanted so many different times, and it helped build holes for us, and obviously gain advantages for them. You know, and I just see Mitch being there. He's just so much more of a presence. You know what I mean? His wingspan, his height, just everything. You know, I just feel like Capella would really have had to second, guess a lot of things, even when, Capella's playing defense. So I just think it would have definitely. There's people out there that say they still think the Hawks would have won, whether it goes to 7 or so. But I feel like you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it really does, I think, change the tables enough that. Who knows what happens the first couple of games, because I feel like that's kind of what dictates the pace of the series is usually the first couple of games.
It could have gone either way. I think that the Hawks might have won because we didn't. The one thing that we also lacked was the offensive options.
Yes,
they got to focus on Julius. They shut him down, and that was pretty much it.
And I don't want to take that away. You're right.
Yeah, and our top guy was Derrick Rose, and it shouldn't have been.
They shouldn't have been.
And then we had a starter that didn't play at all. So it was other little factors.
Yep.
But even if all of those things were in play, we always had a chance. If Mitchell was there, that we definitely would have had a chance.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm excited this year to see him bulk up that much, man. That's exciting. I don't know if he could be as bouncy as he was before with all that weight. You know what I'm saying? You know how he's jumping, blocking 3-pointers and all of that?
Yeah.
I seen somebody on Twitter the other day comment on his post saying something just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you still gonna be able to block, and all this and that? And he saw it and responded and wrote something like, "Yup, no problem," or something like that.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? If he worked it out, if he worked it out properly, he was working out and still doing, the same things that he was doing. So like, he's probably even stronger at doing it.
That's what I would hope. You know what I mean? He could jump even higher or further, or whatever.
He could jump smarter. He was doing a lot of dumb shit too.
He cleaned it up though.
He's also in an environment with a lot of veterans who's been in the game for a long time, and they're not gonna let him just get in the gym and just put muscle on. You know what I mean? I'm sure every single time he was in the gym, he went right into the right in the court and started putting those whatever he's worked on to use, you know what I mean? So that it's not something that he's just, now I got muscle. What the hell do I do with it? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we start to see a little bit more of an inside presence from him. It doesn't have to be.
If he getting that post.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could be a simple drop step spin. I don't want to see anything outside of that for right now. Nothing crazy, because then we're gonna get into the Julius Randle type spins from year one, and we don't want to see all of that.
We ain't gonna do that.
I'm saying.
But yo, Kat, I gotta say, like, your light look really nice. So what you saying is really nice.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Lighting is on point, man.
It's like everything he got an idea for every single
thing. Look, everything it look good. Like, oh shit, you know what?
Yo, man, listen. Oh, in a second, I'm about to turn this light off so that we can focus on what's really going on here. But honestly, I just feel like Mitch has another level he can go to. Like you said, if he was here for that Hawks series, it'd be a completely different series because just because of where he can defend. He's not just a paint defender. He literally can defend everywhere within the 3-point line, you know what I mean? And he can even step out on the perimeter if he had to, depending on the person. I've seen him do it a bunch of times, and even if he gets beat, he still ends up with a block because that's just, he's just a freak athlete, But that's just what I expect. Rick, did you give me any of your expectations of Mitch this year?
Not this show, of course. I didn't really speak on it yet, but it's kind of like what we were saying. We are more of an inside presence rather than kind of cleaning up or reaching in. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he put the weight on because, like you said, now he could put a body in there, and he's not he's more of a presence there, because one of the things that I loved about him is that when he was on defense, he altered a lot of offensive player shots. And, now with his body being bigger and him being more of an inside presence is definitely what we needed, because we talked about the comparison of him and Clint Capella. And because of his size, he can do whatever he wants. So I'm glad, Mitch is putting weight on to combat that.
What do you guys see as I guess a good comparison in terms of player? If Mitch were to put more body mass on, and to give us what we've already seen, because at this point we haven't seen the Mitch that we have seen with the weight yet. So
Miles
what
Turner,
do you see?
just without the
Miles
jumper.
Turner, just without the okay, I like that. That's that's different, because Miles definitely,
he's
he
athletic.
definitely,
That boy can move, and he blocks. He's a great defender.
Definitely.
You like Miles Turner.
But they were going after him. And if we had to switch him for somebody, I'd take Miles Turner in the Flash. If we had to,
sure.
But I want to
see a great piece, absolutely, for us. I definitely think so.
If it came down to it, that's definitely a trade I made.
Yeah, and he got the jump shot. That jump shot that he don't be doing in the offseason, that he don't do, that he actually does during the regular season. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it in the offseason, I don't want you shoot no jumpers in the offseason if you don't plan on putting them out there.
Shots fired at Mitch. This guy? Mitch.
You know what another comparison I hear is David Robinson. And
you think so?
David Robinson. Yeah.
I first heard that, and my first thought was like,
who said that?
Okay.
Where'd you hear that?
I can't say, because it's a surprise pod that I'm gonna be dropping tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Knicks corner. You know what I'm saying?
But you could see that though.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of can.
I
mean,
can
in terms of
see
play style,
certain pieces of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still kind of trying to take it in a little bit. Also, I actually haven't really thought about it again since I heard it until just now. So
you're gonna make me look at some highlights.
What's that? Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of want to do. Take a look at highlights, because I remember seeing a couple clips, but I never watched, studied Robinson like that. But
now what's funny? When I was younger, I used to hate the San Antonio Spurs. I hated them because the colors were gray and it just seemed like they were playing. They were just fundamentalistic that it was boring to watch. And they got Tim and they had the Twin Towers and they won.
Yeah.
And he was, and one thing that made me like Robinson was because I hated Karl Malone even more. Karl Malone hit him in the elbow and he knocked him out, and he was out before he hit the ground one time. And ever since then, I was always.
Oh, he elbowed him in the mouth.
He grabbed the rebound and did one of these.
Oh yeah,
and he hit him, and he just collapsed right there, his whole body just collapsed. And I was just like, "Yo, how's he getting away?" But the NBA was different back then. You know what I mean? You could get away with a couple of those.
Yeah, that was more gathering your, saying?
Yeah. So when he won, just as Tim Duncan was coming in, he was killing it. And I remember being like, "Yo, this dude is ill." But he wasn't flashy. He did his job. So if I that's why I got to see. He was never really. He was just like, I'm in here. This is my position. This is what I do. This is how I play it. Right. This is how the game goes. He wasn't trying to argue, fight nobody, nothing like that. He was out there because he was super nice guy.
But that's even more the reason why you should see the comparison, because Mitch is not really flashy. He gets blocks.
I gotta see. I gotta look.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was an interesting comparison. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was. It definitely raised my eyebrow.
They saying Ben Wallace in the chat.
Yeah, they said Ben Wallace. They said prime Ben Wallace. Xavier. Shout out to Xavier Marshall. Shout out to the chat, by the way, if you're here, hit that.
Ben Wallace, I feel was always intimidating. Didn't he just get inducted or something like that?
Yeah, he was just in the whole
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. It's the Netflix effect. After they did the whole Malice in the Palace on Netflix, they was like, "Yo, we got
we got
that was good, man." Listen, I'm all for content. Give me more content. I want more.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love how they did everything.
Did you guys hear the next one that they were working on?
Which one?
I heard they were talking about Dennis Rodman, when he during the finals, how he went to Vegas and came back.
Yes, I heard about that.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah,
but they kind of touched on that in the Jordan special. Yeah,
they touched on it, but they didn't elaborate too much on how he was able to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because they talked about.
Well, they wanted to win. They don't care.
Yeah.
No. Well, I think that's what the point is. I think there was more to the story than what they said in.
Oh yeah,
in the Last Stand, because
Last
Dance.
Dennis Rodman, he just said something. He's causing up a stir now. He just said something about today's players. I forgot what I saw. Ah man, he's saying like he said something about today's play. I wish I gotta look it up. But
he said they're soft or something like that.
Something to that effect. I'm not 100% sure. I want to check it out. But I don't want to stop. I don't want to focus on that.
Yeah, I'm seeing like headlines talking about why he doesn't watch the NBA.
Yes, he don't watch the game.
Lillard.
Oh, he was like, dudes be shooting from half court. He was like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, he'd rather
That's what he said.
Play the way he saw. He played it.
Yeah.
Oh, so he didn't. Okay.
Yeah, he said he don't want to watch the game if dudes are shooting from half court. It's funny because I'm looking at Damian Lillard like, yo, this dude's shooting from half court.
Exactly.
It's
crazy. Like, yo, this is crazy.
I mean, to be fair, when it first, go ahead, Denny.
No, you go ahead, man. You're good.
No, I was saying when it first started, that whole like deep three era first started, we all didn't like it. Like nobody really liked it that much. Like it was like
Stephen Curry changed that.
But he was. That's what I'm saying. He didn't really start it though. He made it fun because it was like people would try to take those deep shots, and it was all right, cool. But Steph made it like part of the game. Like, all right, yeah,
dude. When
leave me open out here.
Season was over that year. That first year that they won the championship, I was all about it, bro. Yeah, all about it. I was looking up for the next Warrior games were. Like I was
one of the things I think about when I talk to older basketball fans and basketball players is that we see it happens with music, it happens with films, it happens all other kind of art areas of artistry and talent. Is people from the older generation, they wanted to kind of be like how they did it. And so, like you have a guy like Michael Jordan, he came in and he grinded it out and he scored in the paint and he did all of this and that. So now it's just like the dude shooting from all the way out there. It's like, what is this? This ain't the game. And it's like, it actually is. The game is changing and it reshapes and reforms. And you have different players and you have this whole, like you have all these European players come in and you have like the Euro step. And it's funny, speaking of the Euro step, I remember this kid did the Euro step to me and I was in elementary school.
Really?
Yo, I remember seeing that. I remember being like, yo, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. And he did a Euro step. And
was it like during like the Manu days?
Nah, I'm talking about. This is where elementary.
Elementary school.
My bad.
Yeah, Cap. We were still on 155th Street.
You didn't even have to do that to yourself just now.
Yeah, but we were still on 155th Street. But the dude was older, and he was mad quiet. He was one of them dudes that lived in our building on PS 28. 1909. He was mad quiet. He was one of the kids' older brothers, and I actually because I was playing ball a lot, and then I was playing with him, the older kids. He did that joint, and it was almost like that. You can't.
You can't do that.
Yeah, it was like, yo, how you? You know what I mean?
How'd you move like?
So that's wild. But a lot of times, older players they see the way the game is played today, and they always have a problem with it. And I think it's super interesting. Like people hate on LeBron. I don't personally. It don't matter whether I think he's better than Jordan or not. It's almost an unfair comparison,
right?
You know, especially when you look at the numbers, it's just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
To compare them. But people's always, like today's kids, LeBron. It's got to be LeBron. We watched Jordan. It was like, there's no way you could put even Kobe over Jordan. And Kobe was even closer, if you ask me.
Yeah,
but that's because of his play style. And he stole all of Jordan's move pretty much. But it's just like older dudes, Dennis don't like people shooting, and it's exciting. It's fun to watch.
I mean, but you see that across the board. You even see that in hip hop. A lot of the older heads,
music.
Yeah, a lot of older heads don't really like what the new age music. I mean, and I understand where they're coming from because the substance has really almost like
it's out of there,
completely disappeared. You know what I mean? Like,
think about the verses. Try to have one of these new cats on the verses. Like, how would that go?
You could even go across all genres. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just hip hop, but like rock. Rock is the same way. Like, think about all these bands. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you could go with like Queen. I mean, go even
all electronic now.
Like Van Halen and Kiss and bands like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the bands of today don't play like that. And go even further now, country music. You know what I'm saying? Like country music when we were growing up was definitely country. Like
real country.
Now you got Lil Nas X representing the country. They're looking at it like, where's this kid coming from?
It's a little poppy, but so it's even broader than you know what I'm saying. It's really like everything. Like Paulo hit it right on the head, man. It's everything. You too, man, Andre. It's same thing. It's I feel like it's because people put in so much blood, sweat, and tears into what they did, how they did it.
Yeah,
and it naturally evolves. Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, they're looking at it like, yeah, man, like the hell is this kind of music? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But the reason why they dislike it is the reason why they should love it, because
at the same time
they're keeping it alive. It may not be what you did, but why would you want to hear or see the same things that you did? You want to see what people could do.
Every generation changes what they did before them anyway.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
The generation that's hating on this one, the generation before them was hating on them for the same thing. You know what I mean? It's a cycle.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but it also outdates them in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like it does kind of make them look bad. That's why sometimes I try to stay out of the argument, because I understand how you're feeling. I can understand you feeling the way you feel about either side, honestly. Because if there's no let's come together and let's understand, then there's gonna be two completely sides of the argument when it comes to that. So to me, I grew up watching Jordan play AI and then Kobe and then this era with Steph Curry. So I saw
T-Mac.
I in my opinion, I've watched the best eras of basketball.
But it's I know, man.
Was that a T-Mac joke? Because I didn't mention T-Mac.
No, yeah. It was just a little. I know that was your biggest.
Just to get at you.
Come on, man. Leave me alone. What
just so you know, Danny.
You can throw Penny in there. You can throw in a lot of names.
Yeah. But yeah. I just meant because that's his favorite player, like on the planet.
Did you see him fix his face when you looked though?
It made me kind of upset, you know what I'm saying? Especially
but it is, man. It's so true.
Yeah. But I mean, while we were still on the Mitchell Robinson topic, did you have a comparison? We went way off, but it's cool.
Oh yeah,
this is great talk. Rick, did you have a comparison?
Oh man, it's tough, because what I'm thinking about is when LeBron was in the league. I think he was in the league maybe 3, maybe 4 years. He was heavy.
Right.
And what he did was he slimmed down and he was more lean than anything. And he was able to play, in my opinion, better. Mm-hmm. So I would want to see Mitch put on weight but stay lean. And so when you mentioned David Robinson, I was like, all right, because he was pretty cut. Like he was, Air Force or Navy. I forget which branch he came from. So he was, his body was bigger than everybody else's, but it wasn't heavy and like massive, and he was able to do a lot with that. So comparison right now, I don't know, because I don't know what he looks like. I didn't get to see the video y'all saw.
Well, here's the thing though, Rick. Right?
And that picture is not going to do much, because they had pictures of Porzingis bulking up, and then we saw him during the season. He looked exactly the same.
I can't wait till we get onto that, by the way. But the other thing about when dudes is big, like. All right, so you have, what's the name of this the European dude that's like killing it?
Luka?
No, what's the big guy, the guy who plays center?
Jokic.
Yeah. He's a big dude, and he's overweight. He's not muscular.
Yeah, he does look overweight. He doesn't look muscular at all.
He's overweight, and some of these big guys, and he can shoot.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking and I just think that is based off if he has to get in the post and can't get banged around, because a lot of times that weight is what protects you. If he's a skinny kid coming in. You see the picture he put up. This skinny kid's gonna get beat up. Porzingis was getting beat up, but Porzingis didn't have the heart for the part either.
No.
You know what I mean? So he's in there crying about he didn't want to play the 5. You 7 feet. It's like, all right, go ahead, man, play the 4, and we're gonna send you to Dallas. Watch, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other thing though, even if you're not as heavy as these other dudes, one of the things like I used to learn with playing ball, and a lot of times you be on the mismatch and you in the paint, you got to outsmart them in the paint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to figure out how to do it. Like, how dudes always want to do all of it. My favorite move is pulling the chair out from underneath them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, either you got to figure out how to balance that, or to face him up, get in front of him, because if he could jump higher, you know what I mean? And just be a distraction, because if they see y'all scuffling down there, he's calling for the ball and you just messing him up. They're not going to pass it to him down there.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like you said, that keeps him he don't have to be like 300 pounds down there. Right. But I think the number where he is, if he could keep this number, if he keeps his diet in check, and he stays cut, because you could get cut in the off season. Mm-hmm. During the season, you ain't got time to be pumping iron and getting cut like that.
Right, yeah,
you're gonna slim that back down and all of that. So I think it's in the good. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the floor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing I think is gonna be. I'm excited to see about Mitch.
Exactly.
Just to add on to what you said, Vic.
My comparison, I couldn't pick between these two guys, but it's It was actually 4 guys, but I narrowed it down to the last 2. The 4 the were Rudy Gobert and what's my man that used to play in Milwaukee?
He's better than Rudy.
Rudy's lean. He's lean.
Mobility wise.
What's my man that used to play in Milwaukee?
Offensively.
Samuel. What was the guy? He started the weed farm now, and only does the weed business and the music stuff too now.
Paul Pierce?
No.
Sean Kemp. I like that one. Sean
Kemp started. He got the whole the weed joint he got going now.
Yo, I'm really drawing a blank. I'm mad.
But I know he ain't played for no Milwaukee.
All right, that's third place. We don't care. Who's 1 and 2?
Yeah,
or 2 and 1.
Larry
the
Sanders.
2 that I couldn't. Larry Sanders.
Oh,
that was the.
I don't know who that is.
That was clutch.
I gotta look that up.
My guy.
Look it up.
Got you, bro.
You saw his eyes. He was looking at the computer screen. He was like,
"No, that's how you have to do it." I was about to do it too.
Man.
I was about to do the same thing. I was like, "Yo, let me just before I go to the."
He said weed company. I'm like, who got a weed company?
Yeah.
Who's Larry Sanders? Put a picture up. You got a picture?
Yeah.
I would have never helped you on that one.
Me neither. That's why I'm like, I got it.
Yo, bro, and it's crazy because the entire time we're having this conversation in my head, I'm like, yeah, Larry Sanders, and then when it's time to say it, I'm like, what's his name again?
I get it, bro.
Yo, X really got that?
Huh?
You said it. You typed it after we said it, X, or sorry, the chat. I don't have the ability to post certain things.
Oh yeah. So Xavier was trying to help, but we wasn't even looking at that.
We wasn't even looking at it. Oh, my bad, fellas.
He played for the Sixers. That's what Dante Rose. I've been ignoring him.
No, we gotta ignore Dante because he's all right. So
but he's gonna give me a hat now. I'm gonna get it. He's gonna get me a Nets hat. And
just so you know, Danny, Dante's he's family. He's just here to troll. He's literally having fun. He's having fun to troll because he knows that we don't like when he talk bad about the Knicks. But listen, he's here. This is all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's this guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. You remember this guy?
Soon said it. Nice.
You remember Larry Sanders? You don't remember? Larry
Sanders? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
he was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was his name.
Oh yeah, that's the dude that retired early to smoke weed or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
He got out dumb early and was like, "Yo,
I got enough
to run a music business or something like that."
I got money. I'm good.
He's like, I did it. I'm good now. I think I did it.
Where I come from.
Yeah, he said I'm good.
This is good money.
He just wasn't motivated, and then it was sad because after a while, I think maybe 2-3 years later,
he tried to come back.
He tried to come back, and everybody was like, "Nah, we're good." Bro.
Yeah,
they're like, you good? Man.
He wanted to smoke, and like,
you got weed, right? You good? Like, don't even worry about it.
You smoking, right? Watching a couple years. You should
coming back for.
You should have waited. Now look, they're not even drug testing for the weed in the NBA right now. So
wow, a lot of jobs now they don't even
doing it the whole time anyway. It's been doing. They've been doing it the whole time anyway.
Nah, it was in their contract. They couldn't do it.
No, they were doing it. They just knew when to.
J.R. Smith said it.
Yeah, they just knew when they were going to get tested. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain players like JR, he got randoms all the time. So it was like you never really knew he was going to get tested.
What they say they do? They drink like a ton of water or something like that. Flush it out.
It don't work, man.
Look.
I don't know.
Danny, look, Cat would know, right?
I listen, man. I have my ways, but listen, man. I can't do this on live, man. Kids watch this.
My kids watch it.
My kids listening.
We see the Visine bottle in the background, bro.
Now, if you look, you're guilty.
Right.
We're like, yo,
you saw the Visine.
You see it? But the I never got to the top 2 names.
Oh man,
the top 2 names were I forgot the top 2 names. Tyson Chandler. Chandler.
All right.
And
like
Marcus
that.
Camby. Tyson Chandler, Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby.
So
that would be real dark.
I tell you
Marcus
what,
Camby was slim and skinny for a long time.
Yeah, they always.
What'd you say, Danny?
I said if Mitch locks in, you know what I'm saying, and he's got to really put the work in, man. You know, I feel like
you gotta stay healthy.
He showed us he could do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the year before last when he had the highest shooting percentage, you know, and he broke that record. That's great. And then last season before he got hurt, we saw him really start showing us more defensive capabilities. So I feel like this is it, man. Like you got to come out and you got to put both of those together and just go and not look back. Yeah, man. You know, this is the time to do it, man. Contracts coming into play. You're playing for money, you know. So it's like it's just the timing is everything right now. So hopefully he does pull it together. I wanted to succeed, you know, and he's got such capabilities that are really far and few between in the league, you know. So if he can really take that next step, I feel like he's such a big X factor, you know.
Actually, I found the clip, Rick.
Oh,
let me see.
here we go.
Oh, with him being
nothing dies on the internet, right?
Nothing dies. Nothing dies.
It's
Somebody
out
screen
there. Once
recorded
it's out
that
there, it's out
right
there.
away. Somebody screen recorded that right away. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is it. Wait, do we have volume? We got volume? Yeah, we got volume.
Look, Ricky drooling. Look.
We don't have volume. What's going on here? Do we have volume?
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Run it back.
I'm 280.
I'm 280.
Last year I'm 260. It was between 250 and 260.
What did you come into the league at?
223.
You put on 60 pounds of muscle in 2 years?
Yeah, mixed in with a little fat. Just a little bit.
He still got that bop.
Yeah, he still got that Mitch walk. That same old Mitch walk.
See, but he not too heavy.
He don't look too bad.
He's 7 feet 7'1", 280. That's a nice
That's
number.
muscle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
No,
that, though.
it's like
He said it's a little bit of fat.
Yes.
He said it's a little bit of fat, but you need that.
Yeah,
But we ain't worried about Clint Capella if we got Mitchell in. If he stays healthy, because like you were saying, Danny, he lock in whatever. I think he kind of like there was points where like he could lock in a little, but he just got to be healthy because like, he's got to be used to.
That's
you know what I mean?
First, right?
Yeah, he got to be healthy. He just got to be out there. That boy is yo. He got moves out there. I remember a clip. This motherfucker caught the ball right and like an alley-oop and like spread his legs like Jordan and dunked it, and the dude on the bench was like. On the other team,
he was like,
"Oh!" He ain't even realize he was like, you know how like you forget whose team you on.
I think his teammate like put his
and he dunked it backwards, like just naturally.
Yeah.
Yo, and when you see that clip and you see the other dude was like,
his teammate put his hand on the side. His teammate was like,
his teammate was on the side like chill. Like that's not a yo. And I'm like that dude, but he just got to stay out there. Like the last time he got hurt his foot. It was a stupid play. He was doing too much. Like he just got to learn how to stay on the floor. A lot of just his presence out there is just gonna scare people into pump fakes and all of that. So he just got to stay on the floor, stay healthy. I think he's gonna lock it in because now with the squad we got, it's gonna be exciting. He ain't never gonna want to miss a game. Word. Yeah. He gonna have fun this year.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty excited for what Mitch is gonna bring.
He can't afford to be out again, though.
Nah, he can't afford it.
No, he really can't.
Just the last year, they trying to get him just the contract.
Contract. Yeah, he's eligible for an extension, and at any point they can do the extension. But you know,
he stay healthy. I think he's getting it.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. And I mean, if you really look at, I just want to see him. I want to see him be a 10-10 guy. That's it. 10-10.
Dude, that's
I
it.
wanted a double. I mean,
he could do that.
Season, I was hoping for it.
He could definitely do that.
He can do that easy. If he talking about he going against Rudy Gobert for the defensive player of the year, he could get a double any night. He could grab 17 rebounds on the night.
Yeah.
If he get an alley-oop from the likes of we got two guys that could deliver the ball to him now. That we just got this
ball 3/4 court. I mean, let's go.
Come on, B. Yo, he's gonna have fun this year. It's going. Hopefully, it's like easier for him. If they lose him and he's out on the floor catching alley-oops, he could really have a lot of fun this season. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know, as we know, he led the defense last year. You know what I mean? Everybody talks about Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock was a great defender for us, but
that was a big loss. Man. We lost Reggie to who? We lose Reggie to?
We lose. I think the Dallas
New York, the
Dallas Knicks. I think that's who we lost him to. Yep. Which is kind of odd. It's odd to me because
what are they thinking over there? Are we what's going on?
But you know what?
You
see how the cultures.
No, go for it, man.
No, I was gonna say no. Go ahead, Danny. You the guest, man.
No. Go with it.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, you see how the culture in New York is changing, how the coaching staff and the front office changed and everything. We used to be the ones. We used to be the ones getting the raw deal, getting the players that nobody wanted and giving up the farm. And now
the front office.
It's not us anymore. So hey.
Let me tell you why I love this. Because when we first traded Porzingis, we liked it, right? Mm-hmm. I remember we all liked that. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure how you felt initially, Danny B.
Yeah, no. Listen, I was at first, obviously kind of taken back that he wanted to leave because it was kind of a shock. Like it was kept on the wraps for a minute,
Right.
But after I got over that, it was what it was. You know what I'm
So
saying?
the reason
I
why,
didn't mind it at all. We got assets back. Listen, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we got far.
Yeah, we got a couple trades. A couple other things happened that you wouldn't really realize, but we got because of that whole Porzingis trade.
Man,
and the reason why I liked it, number one, I thought he was soft, right? He did when we lost Melo, he did surprise me. He held it down a little something.
He did, yeah.
And I was like, oh, because I didn't expect him to be the guy.
Me neither.
I wasn't expecting him to be the guy, but he did hold it down, but he never really, he got injured again. Then he's asking for, he's got his brothers, he's asking for this and that, and the Max is like, yo, the dude didn't prove anything yet.
Nothing.
Right.
And so all of that was just like off-putting about him. It's just like, then he said he don't want to bang with the centers. And
that,
it's just
that got on my nerves because it was like you're actively saying that you don't want to get aggressive.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, what are you talking about? And it's just like, how could you come in?
Yeah, man, too soft.
Yeah, just super soft. So we knew. So first of all, the first thing after the trade, whether we liked it or not, I'm sorry, Dallas ain't going anywhere. You just got traded to the West. You're going against the Lakers. You're going against the Blazers. You're going against all of these teams in the West. You're not having fun over there playing. So now we're gonna look at who they got. It's not fair to look at that young dude. Who's the small dude you just had in this picture? The point guard we lost.
Trey Burke. Yeah, we didn't trade him directly.
No,
we signed him off waiver.
No.
He was in the package, wasn't he?
Not to Dallas.
No,
he went in that package with Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, he was
Hardaway.
It was him
and Ben and Lee. What's his name? Lee.
Courtney Lee and
Courtney Lee.
So they got Courtney. Is Courtney Lee still playing?
No, he's not.
Nah.
Where's he at? G League.
He's getting paid somewhere, but he's not playing.
He's watching us right now.
And they had him. Just imagine that they still had Courtney Lee. So check it out. So Tim Hardaway, who was the most inconsistent 3-point shooter, like when we had him.
I wanted him to be so consistent, so bad.
That's it. Like that's all we wanted from him. And he would just have these games. They'd be knocking on like bad shots, not like just missing like off the backboard clanking. And they'd be like, "Yo, him." You know what I mean? They went and they sent him off, then brought him back.
Yeah,
Dallas takes him. They take Porzingis, which we were like, all right, now you pay him up. They tried to have the whole European duo thing, and we all know that the kid don't even like him like that now because he thinks he's soft.
Yeah, that's been.
He's a prima donna, which we saw, which is why we were happy when he was gone. Now you got Reggie Bullock. Okay, so that shows up your defense, but Reggie Bullock is scared shitless when it really matters.
With the ball in his hands.
With the ball in his hand, you can't put unless they going to use him for his strengths. Not for nothing. The Knicks didn't really have a whole lot of options. Right. So they had to use him. They had to have him out there. Now this guy, I like Reggie Bullock. If I would love to keep him if he stayed on the bench. Yeah, because I like it. He did have that. Coming off the bench, right? That ain't like a bad thing.
That's not what you said though.
A 15-20 minute guy. Yeah.
Come on.
You said we'll keep him if he stayed on the bench.
No. I mean, if he's coming off the bench, he's useless. He stay on the bench. But as a guy coming off the bench who could shoot and play D, because I like him in situation. And then now we're talking about Frank. Now that was always my argument. Everybody was like, "Yo, put him in, play defense, put him in." We never got no W's because of Frank.
No,
he was never a game changer.
No, he wasn't.
There was a game here or there where he would do something.
That game he defended Russell Westbrook.
Shut down Russell Westbrook. That's the only thing I could think of.
That's the only thing you could think of. I mean, there were other games where he did some, because it matters.
Yeah.
But we didn't become a winning team because we had Frank.
Right.
Frank had opportunities in his first few seasons. He was getting minutes.
Several.
He's getting minutes. He was clinking shots, air balls.
This kind of what I wanted to ask Danny. How do you think Frank will fit in there? Like, what do you think his role is going to be there?
Man, I don't know what the hell they're doing in Dallas, bro. I think he'll be.
I know
they're gonna run the gamut. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna try him out everywhere at first. You gotta, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially because the perception is that he didn't get his fair shot in New York or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they're gonna try him at every which way and see what works.
Danny, let me ask y'all something. If you're Luka Doncic, what are you thinking right now?
He's got to be looking at it like we are.
He's probably like, what the hell are y'all doing over here?
Who are y'all bringing in here? Like, what were y'all doing? You looking at Mark Cuban like, so what?
He's probably calling Dame like, yo, is this all right? because I see they ain't getting nobody for you. Like they're at least trying.
This is what I'm
You know what I'm
thinking.
saying?
Did he just sign an extension, Doncic? He just signed an extension, right? So he there for another 5 years, 6 years.
Yep.
He's the highest paid.
Dude, so you got Tim Hardaway. All right, Tim Hardaway did his thing last year.
He's same with Burke.
He's got better.
You know what I'm saying? But
so now you got Reggie Bullock. I don't know if he's starting. I don't know what their lineup looks like. Honestly, I don't.
Me
I don't
neither.
know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know. I don't know what Dallas is thinking at all because that right there. Who knows?
What I think they're doing with Frank, I think they got him in there for situation. I think the way the Knicks should have been using, or they had using, but he was
special teams.
Yeah, like special teams. They're gonna have him in there when you got to play defense. Is one thing. He's long. They definitely got him in there to shoot. Well, they don't need him to because if the game's on the line, you already got your people that you're going.
No, but still, I think they're still going to use him to try to spread the floor. Like I think they're going to try him at
spread the floor. How?
Because they're going to put him at like that 3-and-D position. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to put him up on the freaking.
Him and Reggie going to be competing for the same spot. Or he's going to be subbing for the.
I think they're going to try Frank at every which way and see what works best. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like no matter who picked Frank up, that's what they were going to do.
Who's the coach over there?
Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
that's my biggest concern. That's my biggest concern.
Have you heard stories about his practices?
I'm so concerned.
Yeah, we were talking about that one show.
Larry Sanders was one of the guys that was speaking about Jason Kidd and his coaching strategy.
Larry Sanders, there you go.
And you see what happened. He retired. He was like, I'm out of here.
I mean, it's such a show. Yo, who was that you reposted something like that on Twitter? You said who caught that little teary? I'll be honest with you. I caught a little bit when I saw he had you saw the Danny B the goodbye joint. And at the end he was like New York. He said merci New York. And I was like this a little bit like Yeah, you suck, but man,
I love Frank. Listen, man, you know me. I love.
Yeah, you a big Frank dude.
Listen, I like his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was always cool with what his role was. You know what I'm saying?
He was always positive.
He didn't turn off. Like,
yeah, he was always positive.
That was my biggest thing about Frank. I'm glad to see that he went somewhere that wants him. You know what I mean? That's what all of these guys.
I thought he was going overseas.
That's what all.
Yeah. Because he played great during the Olympics, so it's just like seemed like a no-brainer.
Rudy Gobert was vouching for him.
It probably was Porzingis. Nah, I can't even say Porzingis.
No, they close. That's what they said. They said that I think on ESPN how close him and Porzingis were.
No, that's what I'm. That's a given fact. They've always been cool.
Kylo Quinn and all of them.
Right, they still man.
That was a tight squad, man.
Yeah. I just don't know how much pull Porzingis has over there in Dallas. So
I don't think Porzingis got any pull over there. Yeah, imagine Porzingis coming to the front office like, yo, you could go, yo, get out of this.
He probably be in there laughing and joking, like, yeah. You walk in, be like,
like, you want who? Like, all right, yeah, I'll make some phone calls. Go back. Go call your brothers. Ain't your brothers waiting for you downstairs?
Good with Frank being out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's cool. Like now we don't have to worry about that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you always had him there. You know how it was on social media with the fans talking about it, this and that. You know what I'm saying? What do you got, Andre? What do you got?
I got a question. Dallas, where they ending up in the standings in the West? Where the fuck does Dallas land?
I'm gonna put them probably somewhere around where they were last year, right? I mean,
who
did they lose? Who did they lose? They didn't really lose anybody, right?
I don't think they lost anybody. I don't think they really had anybody. They not getting past anybody in the West.
I'm thinking because all right, you talk about both.
Didn't they compete for the in play or the play in or whatever?
Yeah, no, they win the playoffs.
They win the playoffs.
They win the playoffs. See, but you got to think about it. They got both LA teams. You have
they were a fifth seed.
I think they're gonna be worse this year.
That's pretty good, but that's all Luka. Yeah, that's all his back.
Luka carries them.
Yeah. So that's both LA teams. Then you got that's LA. I mean, Lakers, Clippers, Suns back up there.
Yeah.
Suns are there still.
100%.
You got the Nuggets there.
Yeah.
You got the Warriors.
Jazz.
There. The Warriors, the Jazz. That's 6 teams.
Yeah.
Already. And we have
Dallas. Yo, Luka wasting his time.
I don't know.
Things are gonna be shaken up because I don't see Blazers doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel bad. I feel bad.
I feel bad.
I feel my man over there.
Crazy.
And Carmelo walked.
And Carmelo, and
He had
especially
to.
if Carmelo goes and get a ring, I know Dan gonna be over there like this loyalty shit is not it.
Yo, for real, man.
But they keep saying that we're gonna get what's your boy over here, Damon Lillard next year, because they say he after this season he out.
We'll see.
I keep hearing that.
I don't believe it, but that's what they saying is gonna happen because his contract is up or whatever. He didn't resign, right?
Nah, I'm kind of over that rumor though. You know what I mean? Because
I'm just saying that the
They're not gonna
Blazers did nothing.
Yeah, they
They're not
didn't do
gonna
anything.
Well, they're also.
I think
not
they got
gonna
Larry
try to trade
Nance
him.
Jr.
They're also not going to try to trade him until he forces
Yeah,
it.
they did get somebody. You're right. I think it was.
They got Larry Nance for sure.
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. We got to get on out of here. This was a dope show as always. Shout out to the chat. Oh man, he came in at the last second. What's going on? I didn't know you were here at the last second. But Danny B, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, man, at Dan_NY_B. You guys see it on the tag over here. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, all that. You could download, not download, you could stream any of my podcast episodes, the Knicks Corner podcast, at the Knicks Corner on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all of those channels.
I'm gonna look you up, Danny B. You a cool guy, man. You one of my favorite guests, man.
Yo, I appreciate that, man, for sure, bro.
Cat, tell him you can come back anytime.
Hey, Danny, you can come back anytime, man.
Yo, I appreciate that.
I can't. It ain't my pie. It's his. You gotta be the one.
Hey, it's ours, man. I don't do that. This is a unit. We Voltron. We Voltron, man.
Yo, at the opening game on, but bring an extra one of those hats, the crispy one.
The crispy one.
One of those. Not the one that my wife and daughter sat on. Look at this.
We should link for a picture too. That would be dope.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a lot of that, man. There's gonna be too many of us there. I think we're gonna.
The home opener is gonna be.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yo,
my man work there.
I can't wait.
I'm going to the floor. I'm be looking up at y'all like this.
Yeah. If you go over there without me, I'm gonna be mad at you. Like, that's how it is. That's it. I'm leaving New York, and I ain't even gonna tell you I left neither. See how you like that.
You're like halfway down there.
But yeah, man. Thank y'all for once again joining the God of the Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. If you're here on the chat, if you're here after, hit us with a like, subscribe. Like I said, a like, just pay us with a like, man. That's all. That's it. I don't need no money. I don't need a penny. That's it.
Hit that button, man. Hit that button for your boys.
Cost you nothing.
Cost you nothing. A little bit of love. A little bit of love.
Like, follow all that.
Yo, if you made it to here, you better go hit that like.
Yeah, so if you here,
like you a hater if you just this far, like you watch us the whole time laughing
like nah, I ain't gonna like it. No. Like, okay, how many times you say it? I ain't gonna like it. No.
Like,
but
funny,
yeah,
but
man.
Nah, few more pods.
I'm gonna put y'all in the back in the back so I can end this drink right here real quick. But thank y'all, like I said, once again for joining us on the God of the Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. Next time we got a show coming later this week. Special guest. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And until next time, man, y'all have a good one, man. Peace.